others are just looking to sort of move that along, which they are slowly but surely, of course. With respect to the core treasury, we met again as we normally do every week. We have people that have expressed interest in joining the core team treasury, and they either have been invited or will be invited to this and other meetings in the future in an effort to at least get one of them to kind of sign up with us for the next term, if you will. We also are aware that, of course, the core treasury wallet will need additional reloading, if you will, whether that needs another wallet or whatever, we'll figure that out. So we're very cognizant of that, and we'll certainly start that well before we'll be well depleted of our remaining full treasury balance. We still have enough in there, certainly, for a number of SWAY proposals, which again reminds me that it's still open to community members anytime to go to SWAY and submit your proposal to use EXOs within the community. Other than that, I think that's kind of it from my side. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. I'll actually go next since I'm going to drop off early. There are a couple of things. Eric, thank you for sending over a detailed list of status of a number of things this morning. It was right before this meeting, so I haven't completely reviewed it all. One of the big blockers that's on my side that I'm proxying for finance is the gateway gas fees that we're going to be covering. So that is in process. We're setting up the necessary accounts and transfers, and I did not expect it to take this long, but we're going through effectively KYC on some of this stuff to be able to transfer some BTC to ETH, which is because you need ETH. So it is in process. It's not been dropped or delayed, other than going through KYC. So heads up on that. And then otherwise, that's the one thing I'm really focused on right now, is getting the gateway funded. So that's it for me right now. I'll hand over next to Nikki and then Kevin.
All right. We are officially inviting people to submit written articles on crypto, blockchain, DeFi into the Insight page. We literally need to start to populate our segment on these topics so that when we do officially get on the Uniswap exchange and are basically in the public eye, we need to be populated with plenty of information. We have Town Hall number 9 coming up at the end of this month, August 31st, at the same time, same station. It's a Tuesday. And we basically are going to be doing a state of the economy update, past, present, and future. So we'll be introducing a lot of new projects, and we'll also be recapping what's happened and what we learned from what we've done so far. Festival sessions, festival coming up in October is going to be several sessions on how the doubling challenge went, what we've done since then, maybe an app that we've provided. Hopefully Jill can give us an update on that and find some ways to do daily doubles, or at least earnings in tokens. So there'll be additional information. Exoskeleton is a project that we're bringing to the town, and that's basically an exponential mobility, not application. It's actually a project where we will help people who are disabled in wheelchairs, et cetera, stand, walk, exercise their bodies, et cetera, with an outside skeleton. ExO Pakistan is also stepping up and bringing in an entire community in the Pakistan region and growing exponentially. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. We are working on the liquidity pool, bringing in some experts as well as the community to truly make it in DAO fashion, a community-led project and a community decision-making project on where we go when we're doing this Exos to Exos bridge. The ExO Economy demo will be available. We'll probably just give a little quick synopsis on the town hall, but then in the festival in October, we'll be giving a full demo on the ExO Economy and how we can monetize our projects coming and going. We have a support role open. We have a couple of candidates, but we're still looking, and that would be somebody to come in and work on the Discord channel on the help desk for different areas of using the tokens and just in general, blockchain, crypto, DeFi, education, et cetera, helping the community along. And then we have a Next Gen Economies podcast in the works, and we're going to focus on youth, teens, and young adults and what their prospects are and what their opinions are and what their ideas are for how these economies are going to change over time. You know, they don't have the old regime kind of in the back of the mind holding them back. So we're looking for ideas and proposals on that. And that's it for me. Kevin.
Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Nikki. Please do remind me at the when everyone's done, if we can chat about the town hall to clarify all the details so we can get the pages and the streams and all of that up. There's a few things that I'm not sure of. So from my side, obviously, Nikki spoke a little bit about the festival. Mentioned it. You know, that's going to be quite a big focus in the next 2 months, so that we can get ready for an amazing festival happening 26 to 30 September. Essentially, we will have an open event for 92 hours, which will have many different stages. I've spoken to a number of community members already about getting their side events together. These will be side events on specific topics in specific languages for specific regions, and we are still trying to get everything together so that we can get it finalized and start pushing, which is quite exciting. And then Eric was speaking, but I know he had a lot of background noise. Maybe people didn't hear just about the Treasury. We had 3 people who put their hands up to say, yeah, we would like to look at joining the Treasury. And so we will be bringing them on as observers before creating the new wallet, which is going to need some more ExOs, the next sort of tranche, because we're getting near to the end of our ExOs. And yeah, as Eric did say, remember, you can always apply, well, right now at least, it might not last forever, but you can apply for a grant of ExOs. I've spoken to quite a few people over the last few weeks who were excited about it, but haven't put in their proposals yet. So I must remember to push them. But remember, you know, it's open to anyone, and it's about finding ways to grow your community, our community together, and embracing the ExO economy, and or giving opportunities for utility of the token. So just remember, you can do that. The sun has come out and it's putting a shadow on my forehead. And I think that's everything I want to share for now. And do I point out someone? Go, Najib. Good to see you.
Nice to see you guys. I think, like Eric was mentioning, hopefully we can have the very soon the Ether just to go there. But in the meantime, there are something that we bumped in many of the tests that we did it. And of course we were assuming that it was there, but it was not, and I will share in a few seconds what it is. 2 things that I'm going to split it in my update is how very quickly something that you must guys, everyone that is going to start to participate with us and extend it to entire community, is I'm going to start to share my screen very quickly, and I will go with you guys with that. It is this one. This is actually this is a Linux box, right? I'm doing it here. Is like a part of the process to do the from ExOs to WEXOS. Remember, WEXOS is a native token, ERC20 token on the Ethereum network. Then here, I'm going to post here, please, everyone download from this website. I just post here the web link, metamask.io. This is a plugin for, actually, they had the plugin for Firefox and Chrome. It's very important during this process. Basically, you are going to install the MetaMask for Chrome in this case. And basically, what you're going to do is you're going to create a wallet, and you will put the name, you will go on enter you, they're going to give you 12 words. Keep those 12 words exactly the same like our wallet. You lose your 12 words, no one is going to help you, and you will be not only locking the WEXs, but any other asset that you may have tied to that particular seed. Then it's very important for everyone that is participating just with us in the coming days that you add this extension. It's super important. Add it from these website that I just paste here on the chat, not from anyone, not from any other one that you may have seen it, because there are some phishing website there. Then after that, you are going to start to be able to use it and create the wallet. It's going to go through this process. I'm not going to go, but basically here it's going to create the wallet. It's going to give you some tips. Do that, because basically that is the beginning of everything that we will be doing. I lost my stop button here. Then now going back very quickly where we are, and this is the important part that I will be involving everyone, I would say, starting later on today. One thing that we notice, again, many times we are going here, is we have these tip tools. These tip tools, we're supposedly to have the information from the other team that it was doing the educational, but we need someone to take this one. We will do a session. Nikki, I will coordinate with you and Angelo to do a full session on this one initially, only you two, and eventually Kenny wants to join us, or anyone. This is only to complete these tip tools. That's the reason. And I would like this one like a urgent, because I would like to have the release that we will be testing with everyone with those tip tools. In that sense, the information is that the user doesn't know what it is, that he click there or mouse over and know what it is. And like you see, it's a lot of them, but a lot of the information, if it's wrong, is going to be here in this red box. In that sense, people know where they are not doing right or what they are doing right. And it will go through the process. We want that the process is like they don't need to call anyone else. And that is our, if we call it successful part, to just to go there. Then when, again, we just looking and say, wow, we are missing this one, is something that is supposed to be done by someone else, but it's not done yet. Then I would like just to continue again with you, Nikki and Angelo, see if we can complete this one in a few hours and go for the next release that we will extend the testing with everyone. For the testing, it's super important that everyone go to the MetaMask, because you will need that address here. Once you have there, don't worry about anything else. We will explain you how you will find the WEXOS token there on, in this case, in the roasting. We will go step by step, but on the step by step, we don't want to go to create your wallet, because it's on private information, the seed, that it only need to belong to you. You need to take care. Once you have the wallet, we will go through you with the process to go and create these address, how you find the address, and you post it here, and how you will be receiving those testnet tokens. And that we want to be sure that I can do very quickly one here, because this is like I don't know how many iterations, but I will provide here. Let me see if we have a space here, and we're going to swap 0.0002 tokens. Now we need to do the WEXOS part. Then let me put up WEXOS address, a valid WEXOS address here that I have here for the testing, but it has to be a valid address here. I will put here. Then I need to do set the conditions. It's as simple as this one. And I'm going to go through here. I'm going to enter, because I'm going to send that transaction. And they are going to go to the entire process. It's a lot of verification back and forward. Then the transaction is done. Then it's going to pop up here with all the transaction. In the meantime, this transaction is only locally, because it's sending the tokens to the gateway. But at the moment that the block is closed, then it starts to be confirmed. But it's going to go to the process to go to the gateway that is going to start to indicate in each of these ones. There's a bunch of tests here. Then we hope that we go through all this testing with you guys. I think I didn't want to extend it too much, but I want to know that everyone is up to speed to what is now, I would say, starting tomorrow, the heavy test on all of you. Once we have the Ether, we will post it on the next mainnet, and we will do some tests, knowing that it's going to cost us some money on the mainnet. But it's necessary, that test, and we will, go what is next step that is going forward with the liquidity pool. I hope that I have no floating you guys with too much information.
Good news is we can go back and watch it on replay. Thanks, Najib.
Yes, that
Pick
was
someone to go after you, Najib, please.
Nikki.
I already went, so Angelo.
Angelo, yeah. Nikki was already Angelo, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, Ayub. Woohoo! Excellent, good job. That's a lot of job, man. Yeah, well, from my side, I'm so happy to stay working in the academy, in the concept academy, because it should be something like learn and earn. And we are deploying different tests with the IT lab. And also we are testing in other alternatives, such as, learning by other ways, providing videos is one of them, provide set up content in
Uh-oh. You're back.
a call. I'm myself. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We are testing the way that we can monetize the system and be self-sufficient and bring some extra some money to the community, to the ExO Economy iteration. On the other hand, I've been learning a lot about how we can use other liquidity pools, and I've been testing on taking some class about DeFi related to balancer, and also another call is Pancake Swap, but it's a working process. It's a lot of learning, and we need to stay connected with the developer team, and that's it. We are planning to bring to the maybe the next town hall people who is the owner or the leader or the CEO of that blockchain community, such as Swap, MakerDAO, Balancer, and any other thing that I think we can learn a lot from them, because they are surfing, we are starting to surf, but these guys are surfing the big wave, they are issuing all of the problems, they are having the governance, they are having all of the stuff already done, and I think we can learn a lot from this guy. And maybe we can discuss that for another meeting, or start maybe for the festival, bringing that kind of target people to the board, and having that knowledge, for everyone. And what else? Yeah, basically that's all of my day for today. I jump to Lisa.
Hi, everyone. So I'll go start with the book. The book is progressing. We're getting a few chapters already back from Mike, and Peter and Salim have been reviewing them. So I am super, super excited to be in this process at this stage of the book. I'm going to try to get an ETA on when the book is closer to being done, hopefully this week. EXO Insights, we've got some new subscribers. We're reaching a couple thousand people, so that's fabulous. A few new writers coming on. So that's always great to see. So if you're in the community and want to write.
Lisa.
Yes.
Remember the conversation yesterday about reach versus readers. A couple thousand people are reading. We're reaching like 90,000 people.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really growing. So you want to be submitting articles for this if you'd like to have your voice heard. Just sorry to break in on your thing, but here, EXO Media, this is a publication of EXO Media. EXO Media is part of OpenEXO, and its purpose is to amplify the voices of OpenEXO. Would you like to have your voice amplified? Talk to Lisa.
Yes. So we'd love to have more writers. My goal is to try to get a new article every day, but we're now averaging about 3 weeks. So we're getting close. EXO speakers, I'm onboarding some new speakers to the site, and our speakers are going to be more creators to OpenEXO, whether it's more writing, content, videos, helping bring on more knowledge to the community. So yeah, that's about it. But if you want to write, be sure to I'll put a post I'll put a link in the chat for EXO Insight. Yaroslav.
Great. Thank you very much, Lisa, and congrats, Najib. It looks great to see it all in action. So thank you for showing us. I also just want to, I don't have many updates, but what I do want to mention that I have become a writer, and what Lisa is saying is true. It's super easy to do. And I definitely encourage anybody that is writing or wants to start writing. I think it's quite excellent. And what Ken was mentioning, the purpose is to amplify your voice. So definitely a great one to get in early, because maybe a few months from now is going to be hundreds of writers. It's not going to be that easy. So definitely encourage people to get in. And I also do want to mention that what Eric was mentioning, the Sway application works very well. And for anybody watching this on YouTube from our community, definitely encourage you to think of a project, go in. It's very easy. The process is super simple. The team has made it super easy. You fill in the application, then you spread the word, then people vote, and then you can do the project. So definitely support this. Otherwise, from the training and certification, we are kind of in the summer, so we've been concentrating on our existing offerings. However, we are working currently on releasing our foundations course in Chinese, which is going to be quite exciting. And actually, the Chinese team has quite big plans to actually bring other courses also to China in Chinese, and they are kind of saying this is exactly what is now needed in China, so they are very excited about it. So the foundations will be the first one, but there is then more things to come. We also have just concluded a new partnership with the Growth Institute, developing a new course. I won't say much about that because that's going to be a surprise later, but it is very exciting. And
Hey, Yaroslav,
I also
one of the exciting things about the Growth Institute courses, they always have and will continue to accept EXOs for
that's right.
courses. Very important.
That's right. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for the note. So and that will be the case for the new course as well. And we'll keep you posted on what the new course is, but it's kind of very exciting there. And also we have first kind of community created course that is live in our platform is the marketing foundations that Ray has been working on. And they also accept EXOs. So they actually currently have a promotion. It's going to launch on the 1st of September. And they have a promotion, kind of a pre-sale, which is 50% off, I believe. And it is also redeemable. You can also use EXOs to pay for that. So that's another course that accepts EXOs as well. So that's it from me.
Yeah, Ray needs EXOs by his course. I'm going to hand over the baton to Nikki. So Nikki, I'm going to drop. You are now the host. You guys, I'll catch up on the balance of the meeting on the replay, which should still keep running, I think, when I leave. I think. Okay. So
all right.
There you go, Nikki. Over to you.
All right. Jill, why don't you go next, and then we'll have Cesar.
How's it, guys? So yeah, I've been busy with some of the Chinese stuff for foundations, as well as working on the festival stuff. The app should hopefully, yes, Nikki, you've put it into Asana, so hopefully we'll be able to launch it hopefully on the 31st of August. So awesome. I'll do some demos there. And that's it from me.
All right, Cesar.
Hi guys, a couple of updates here. One is the new version of the Sway platform is in testing for the Rutanio sister economy. And hopefully for next week, that platform will be open to all members of the community to provide the use cases and some other things in the same fashion as we are doing it with the ExO Economy, but with the updated version of Sway that soon will come also into ExO Economy. And then the Rutanio team keeps celebrating the 2 years anniversary. They will run the whole promotion until they reach the 1 million block, which is in around 3 weeks, if I'm not wrong. And last week they did a very interesting tech talk with Women in Power, and they will have one more to come next week. and they are also running at the knowledge industry and innovation seminar together with Canoe and Infotech. So a lot of actions going there as well.
Awesome, thank you. So we have no more speakers left. So do you guys have questions, or do we have anything from the community that needs to be discussed publicly since we're live on YouTube?
So there was a comment on YouTube from Craig just asking what is Wexos. So I did reply there just saying, please do go check out the town hall recordings and all the FAQs where wrapped ExOs is explained, but ultimately a wrap token so that we can provide liquidity. But a whole lot more information can be found on the site.
Kevin, you're always so good at getting right to the point. Najib, would you like to elaborate on that? What's a Wexos?
Yeah, no, you did it right, Kevin.
It was awesome.
Wexos is like extension of the ExOs token. The ExOs token is the native token of the ExO economy, and the extension of that economy, because we cannot create a token out of the air. It's a wrapping token, like Kevin explained, and that token is native on the Ethereum. It's an ERC20, and then the gateway or the wrapping gateway that we have is how you convert or move or get ExOs in exchange to get some Wexos.
Awesome. And we will have some training around that too. Once we open up that bridge and can experiment ourselves, we'll be the guinea pigs and write about it so that you can learn from us as well.
Kevin, just out of curiosity, there is several town hall recordings, right? There was quite a few. So if people want to just zoom in on that particular thing, like Wexos and how to exchange them and everything, is there one particular town hall you'd recommend, or do they have to see all of them?
No, the first one was probably like where everything was sort of explained in quite a lot of detail.
Excellent, perfect. So the first town hall. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ideally we find our video editor that can grab some of those clips and make these FAQs into videos as well. So the FAQ section is very searchable, but it is text-based and 1 or 2 sentences as opposed to a true demo. So video demos are an aspiration once we find our video editor that's willing to accept ExOs in exchange for their time. Anybody have openings on the platform, in the marketplace? Anybody applying or asking for help? I'm asking for a lot, actually. We're looking for data analysts, people who are interested in taking the feedback from the community on all of these surveys that we've done, all these polls and all these, doubling challenges and all that. We've got, I think, 7 different text-based feedback forms with some really great information. And yes, we can act on one at a time, but what does it all mean when the entire community comes together and starts to ask for things in DAO fashion? Basically, the community wants to start to make decisions and drive this economy in a certain direction. So we're going to take the numbers of times that people have expressed an interest in seeing something, having an opinion about something, and then start to vote in the community what goes up and down the ladder in terms of priorities. So, anybody else?
The only thing for me and Nikki is just, and maybe we need to just have a chat after this and not do it publicly or whatever, but just in terms of the town hall that's coming up, I just have some questions on for the landing page, like how we want things to look, and then maybe we don't have all the guests yet, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
And the difficult thing is setting up a stream. It doesn't allow, well, it allows you to change some things, but not all the things. So so maybe we'll just have to have like a generic image.
Yeah, well, what we could do is maybe do the state of economy past, present, and future as the topic, and then just have a collage of all of our past speakers as opposed to the new ones, because the new ones are still kind of on the fence as to whether they're available. And so I don't really want to publicize them until they say yes.
Okay, cool. And then obviously, yeah, the landing page would be similar, right? We're just going to put a generic, some more generic. Well, although because I know you have like a whole agenda there, but so maybe we'll put some of those agenda items as topics that are going to be discussed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we will have a panel discussion, and Salim and Kent will be there to sort of facilitate and fill us in on where we are in terms of the organization and what we're moving and aspiring to move into in the near future, because there's so much happening, and it all reflects back on the economy.
Okay, cool. And yeah, we'll put that on the live events tab on economy.openexo.com. So on the first page.
Excellent.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Anything else? Angelo, do you want to discuss some of your findings? You've been doing a lot of research in where we're going to be once we are in the public eye. Can't hear you. You have to speak up. Your voice.
Right.
There.
It's a bit difficult to, yeah, can you hear me now?
Just speak up if you can. Shout at the phone.
All right. All right.
As if you're in an auditorium.
All right. Yeah. Well, the thing that I've been looking for is how we can interact with other liquidity pool, and I've been researching about the swap, the balancer communities that already are using their own platform to provide liquidity. One of the key question for me is how we can basically use the concept liquidity in a real way, because when you say liquidity, you say, okay, this is my money, use it. Okay, use my money, or here is my money, right? And you can do that transaction, but on this DeFi world, you need to set up different structure, bridges, protocol, and then the maybe other interfaces that you can connect with each other. It's a little bit complicated with someone who is not a developer, and you need to understand all of the key concepts. But in my opinion, we can leverage with their content, with their background, with their knowledge, and bring it here to use it with our current status, because as I know, the bridge is already done, it's almost done. The bridge from Najid, as Najid explained, we're having an iteration between us, but how we will be funding that iteration when we will decide that the funds are enough to open it to the market, and that's why all of the exchanges such as Binance, such as Coinbase, such as any other exchanges can provide you huge amounts of liquidity, and Uniswap too, but we need to consider that our token is solving real problem, and we need to show that community and for all over the world that we are providing solution to the problems, problem for entrepreneurs, problem in communities, problem in growing, in business model. We are solving several problems, and our main problem right now is liquidity, how we can bring up that liquidity for all of us, And that is my question is how we can are we going to provide that first liquidity? Are we over here in Chile is called the concept the cow, the vaquita, when all of us are providing some money for the first iteration, as most of the startups start, they decide, okay, this is the kickoff. But we need to define the rules, we need to understand and talk about that rule. The same happened with the DAO concept. The DAO concept is super huge, it's super big, but the little step is maybe it will be the ExO DAO or will be the ExO Economy DAO, where we are, separating the size, we need to understand all of that work.
And those kinds of decisions they're coming from the community. That's why we're having a call to people to come and comment. Basically, what is your opinion? What do you think our community should be doing as a whole? Cesar, would you like to say any words? Because I know you've had some good feedback in the, you've given good feedback in the pool discussions. Or are you not in a
no, I
position?
think, no, I think what I've been saying in the channels and the conversation is the same. I think it's very important to define the first step.
Yeah.
And it's great to think that we want to become a DAO, but we are not a DAO yet. So I think the main entity should provide the first steps, or clearly say, no, we are not doing it. Put it on writing or whatever, and then the community know what to do. But has to be clear.
Yeah, yeah.
But my recommendation still is for the main entity to go ahead, and because we aim to be a DAO, but we are not a DAO yet.
Right.
So
it's true. We're practicing.
It has to be anyway. It has to be, if we want that to happen, it has to be somehow centralized with the support of the community and all that. But thinking that we are going to be doing this as being a DAO, I think, yes, it will take months, quarters, years, because we are not a DAO yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. We do have a couple of people coming into that liquidity conversation, and maybe they can give us some insights as to what a typical launch would be from the standpoint of what is the risk, how can we mitigate the risk, and then how can we protect the community from, the pump and dumps and all of the activities that go on out in the big world. Because we want to start small and sort of migrate into being educated about this, and in the safest way possible, mitigate the risk of our membership, because we don't want to exploit them. We want them to feel safe and to be a part of the growth and the investment. Anybody have anything else?
That
Najib?
we are in the momentum. All of the context is the momentum. As you can see, if you are maybe a crypto user, you can check everywhere, and some tokens are starting from the scratch, from just zero, and they don't provide anything as value. They're just providing a profit. They provide one profit and 1%, right? It's super simple. But on the other hand, we are providing solutions. We are providing transformation. But we need to let it know that we are here. Hey, Open ExO is here. The ExO Economy is here. We need to give some marketing positioning for the token. Not just for the town hall or for the event, or maybe for the books. Just maybe that's why we're needing liquidity, because we need to put some marketing stuff on the market to let it know, hey, we are existing here. Let us know that you can provide us some help or insight. I mean, for the communities, other communities. And keep in mind that all the market is always climbing and declining, and that is your personal risk. It's not the community risk. We are providing the vehicle right now, not the end. And the ExO token, in my opinion, is a vehicle. It's not the end.
Right. Words of wisdom. Thank you. It looks like we're at the end of our session. We're ending early today. I appreciate everybody for coming, and really appreciate the contributions from everybody to this economy. It's growing and thriving, and we've had more engagements this year than ever, and we certainly appreciate your being here. Any last words from anybody? Otherwise, peace out. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Nikki. Thanks.